The United Kingdom's Ministry of Defense latest intelligence update on Ukraine, September 24, 2023. In recent weeks, Russian consumers have likely been experiencing localized petrol and diesel shortages across the country. While not directly resulting from the war in Ukraine, the shortages stem from a confluence of factors including increased agricultural fuel demands, routine summer maintenance at refineries, and favorable export prices abroad. On September 21, 2023, in an effort to stabilize domestic fuel markets, Russia instituted a near-total suspension of diesel and petrol exports. This protectionist move will probably further tighten supplies in an already constrained global oil market, imposing the greatest hardships on those countries currently dependent on Russian fuel imports. The export ban highlights the Kremlin's willingness to prioritize political stability at home, even if it comes at the expense of revenue generation. As the war in Ukraine drags on, Russia's capacity to satisfy domestic demand for essential fuels while also supplying its troops is being steadily tested. Ukraine Armed Forces General Staff Update. Day 578 of Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine continues. Russia persists in violating the laws of war, utilizing terror tactics, and bombarding both military and civilian targets. On the 24th of September, Ukraine repelled 24 Russian attacks across multiple axes. Russia conducted 1 missile strike, 44 air strikes, and 52 multiple launch rocket system strikes against Ukrainian positions and civilian areas, resulting in casualties and infrastructure damage. Northwest, no significant changes along the Belarus border. Some Belarusian units conduct border area tasks, but no offensive groupings evident. North, Russia maintains forces near the border, shelling Ukrainian settlements from Russian territory. An airstrike occurred near Stepny Sumy Oblast. Over 15 settlements suffered artillery and mortar fire. Kupiansk axis, airstrikes near Cherneshchina, Kharkiv Oblast, and Novozhehorivka, Luhansk Oblast. Over 10 settlements shelled. Lyman axis, no Russian offensive actions. Airstrikes near Nevsky and Spern. Over 10 settlements struck by artillery and mortars. Bakhmut axis, Ukraine repelled attacks near Bodanivka and Bila Hora, Donetsk Oblast. Russia unsuccessfully attempted to regain lost ground near Klishchivka. Airstrikes and artillery bombardment across over 10 settlements. Avdiivka axis, failed Russian attempts to regain lost positions near Avdiivka. Airstrike near the city. Artillery fire on Avdiivka and Karlovka. Marinka axis, Ukraine repelled 11 Russian attacks near Marinka. Airstrike near Novomikhailivka. Over 10 settlements struck by artillery and mortars. Shakhtarsk axis, airstrikes near Vuhledar, Zolota Niva, Staromayorsky, and Zelene Pole. Around 10 settlements shelled. Melitopol axis, Ukraine continues offensive operation, repelling attacks near Robotyne, Zaporizhia Oblast. Airstrikes and artillery fire across over 10 settlements. Kherson axis, Russian airstrikes near Berislav, Odrodokamyanska, Berhunka, and Olhivka. Artillery bombardment of around 10 settlements. On the 24th of September, Ukraine's Air Force conducted 8 airstrikes against Russian assets. Missile forces struck 2 air defense systems, 4 artillery systems, and 1 ammo depot. The Institute for the Study of War key takeaways today. Elements of 3 Russian divisions actively defending against Ukrainian assaults around the Orikhiv salient in western Zaporizhia Oblast. Ukraine attacking along 3 axes within the salient. Russian sources say Ukraine broke into Verbove on September 22 and continued armored thrusts as of September 24. Ukraine attacking north of Verbove, potentially isolating the Russian 56th Airborne Division in Novo-Fedorivka from other units near Verbove. Russia continues expending significant combat power counterattacking to hold positions, resisting the operationally prudent move to fall back on prepared defenses further south. The Russian command may be buying time with these costly counterattacks, but the Kremlin's intended use of such time remains unclear. Russia's refusal to cede ground could also support information warfare aims, military commanders' political goals, or Putin's micromanagement. Ukraine may achieve a major breakthrough if key assumptions hold. Russia maintained offensive operations along the Kupiansk-Svatov-Kremina line around Bakhmut, from Avdiivka toward Donetsk city, and in western Zaporizhia as of September 24. Ukraine Matters Update. Attacks in Crimea. Ukraine recently launched attacks on Russian military headquarters in Crimea using missiles during daytime. This shocked Russia and damaged the Black Sea Fleet. Russia's air defenses failed to stop the attack, despite claims of advanced systems like S-400s. This further reveals weaknesses in Russia's military capabilities. The attacks eliminated high-ranking Russian officers and may have eliminated the overall commander of the Black Sea Fleet. This could degrade Russia's operations. Mobilization in Russia. Russia has avoided general mobilization, likely due to Putin's concerns about domestic popularity and unrest. This postpones reinforcements Russia needs. With conscription intake starting, Russia's systems will be overwhelmed processing new conscripts. A simultaneous mobilization seems unlikely. Russia's lack of manpower is accumulating pain on the front lines that Putin does not recognize due to detachment from reality. When collapse comes, it will be sudden. Equipment deliveries. Western equipment like HIMARS continue to be impactful, with Russia struggling to adapt. More advanced air defenses are bolstering Ukraine's skies. The tide of the war continues to turn in Ukraine's favor, but Russia retains enough equipment and ammo to continue fighting for a year or more. Full Western provision of advanced weapons would let Ukraine gain parity and likely prevail sooner. Putin's irrationality prevents the war from ending.